Alright, here we go with another random pack run, and I can't really remember the session this was recorded in. A lot of the time I've been doing the random pack voiceovers very soon after playing, but this one was a while ago now. And I take Otter on turn one, which normally I wouldn't do, but it's a random pack, you just have to make do with what's available. I mean, I still think Otter is fine and usable, but I just don't really like it. You're buffing your other tier 1 units. And I guess you were doing that with the old Otter as well, but when you were getting so much more value, it didn't seem quite so bad. So we're taking Bluebird as well. The two of them obviously work together if you're going to gain attack and health. So we really want to find something on tier 3 that we could funnel those buffs into. And I get Porcupine here, which for me has been an auto take. Every time I get Porcupine in a random pack, I take it. And here I buy the Cupcake. Normally I don't like using it. I don't like facing teams that have bought it. You can quite often go against people who have like Peacock and then they've bought 2 Cupcakes, which is kind of toxic, honestly. But I took it there because there was nothing else going. So we get a little bit of health onto the Porcupine. Definitely much improved having been moved down a tier. It's nice when you get matched with Mosquito, although here it doesn't actually make any difference. I think we would have killed it anyway. But the Bluebird is also big enough now that we're going to win this turn. And I'm freezing Flying Squirrel, I guess. I'm just looking to see if I maybe get Puppy or some other toy pet in one of these early rolls. But then I'm going to take the second Porcupine and just play it separately and get rid of the Flying Squirrel. And my thought was I want to try and run multiple Porcupines and then hopefully get matched with a bunch of people playing Lynx or just snipers in general. Woodpecker is another one which you see an awful lot these days. So having Porcupine fire back and kill it would be very satisfying. I missed out on the giraffe there. I guess I just didn't think it was worth it on turn 6. But we do also get the last Bluebird for next turn. It is worth noting that there is Lollipop in the pack there, so I could actually swap the stats on the 2 Porcupines at the back and then combine them together. But I think for the meantime I'm going to run them separately. And we level into Moose. So knowing that Lollipop is in there, taking Moose seems like it's suddenly not such a bad idea. There's also Donut as well, although I didn't take it there because I have already got the garlic on 2 of the Porcupines. So we'll get the maximum triggers from the Moose straight away. It is a little bit of a shame that the Bluebird got a lot of buffs there. Maybe I could have just sold it since I'm on 4 hearts and then just focused on buffing the Porcupines, but I think the Moose, as long as I don't Lollipop anything, everything is going to get to 50 HP very quickly if I level up the Moose. So I think here, I maybe just sell the Bluebird in order to buy the Crow, because I don't know if Chocolate is going to be in the pack. We get another Crow and also a couple of tier 1s, although you cannot freeze anything in there's another Crow, but we can't freeze it because of the Moose. So we only get 2 buffs, but it's level 2 now, so we're going to start getting a lot of scaling. Hoopo Bird, there's another one. Although actually I guess Hoopo Bird always faints when it triggers its ability, so that's not going to work with Porcupine. And we lose here. So freeze up the tier 1s and then try and get a little bit more attack onto some of these units. And I could give Pepper to the Moose just to try and make it pull its weight in an attacking sense a bit more. To be honest, probably shouldn't have put it to the front, because if I'm trying to bait Woodpecker, then I really want double Porcupine in the front 2 slots. I can't remember if I change that up again after this or not. But here, the high health, low attack is just going to do wonders against their small units in the back. And there is Seal there as well, so I could take that, and then if I roll a bunch of tier 1s quickly, I can then just buy food and get the Porcupine attack up a little bit more. Because relying on the ability, especially since they're all level 1, is not going to work for very long. And there I froze the lollipop, but of course it gets unfrozen by the moose. So here is Woodpecker. Definitely should have, I think the Woodpecker would have been killed there if I'd not had the moose at the front. So probably going to switch the order up next time. Again though, we've got a lot of health, so their backline units are not good enough. I really wish they would change this. You can see there what happens when pets that have hurt effects or effects that are triggered on attack, if there are no targets left. So for instance, Porcupine, if Porcupine kills something, it shouldn't do the pause that you get when it attacks something. So not like it hits something, it kills it, but it pauses for the hurt effect to go off. And there's no need for it to do that. It's very irritating, and hopefully that's something that they can address in the future. Although I think they're working pretty hard on versus mode as we speak. So here you can see, you know, I mean, the Porcupine, it makes sense when the Porcupine has to trigger its ability, but when it doesn't, it's just a needless delay. So let's freeze some more tier 1s. We are getting to the point where we're going to start to get diminishing returns unless we lollipop. I'm not sure if I even take the donut in any of these rounds, but I'm going to switch from pepper to steak. And then, okay, we're going to use it on the seal instead and put it up front. Again, I'm not crazy about that because I'd rather Woodpecker sort of killed itself off by attacking the porcupines. But yeah, lionfish, another one like Hoopoe Bird, where its ability happens after it's fainted, so it doesn't make any sense. However, we did waste one of the triggers from the lizard there. However, their backline units, yeah, they've got level 2 elephant seal. Our chipping down type of attack is not going to be good enough. So we do have one Porcupine already on 50 attack, so really I should be hunting for lollipop, and there it is. So we are going to take it and then maybe move that one up to the front. Obviously the problem with it having low HP is if the moose doesn't hit it, it's just going to get killed by Woodpecker, and we don't actually hit that one at all. So here we face off against one of the most boring meta builds possible: lionfish, leopard, double clown, monkey. The Porcupine did remove the melon from the leopard there, but never stood a chance here. Same person I got matched with earlier, and I think they had double clownfish on turn 5 as well. So there we go. There's the donut, because I want my 50 attack unit to have health as soon as possible, and it's going to get up to 40 health in one turn, which is kind of wild. Donut is one of those weird things where it seems like it's crazy value sometimes, and other times, you know, now that I'm almost at 50 health, I'm going to have to spend more gold on more equipment to replace the donut. Here's another level 3 clownfish team, but the fact that they have skewer and snake, I think we're going to end up chipping them down and drawing. So, I mean, I could be looking for another donut, or I could just, yeah, swap one of these over and then replace the donut so that the health can start hitting the other units again. Maybe I don't do it this turn, or maybe I just forgot about it. You know, that one's going to be 50-50 now. So I really should be replacing that with garlic again. The crocodile and the parrot both hit the backline units, and the parrot ends up getting revenge killed. So we're on 9 with the triple Porcupine team. The seal is done next to nothing because I just haven't been buying food for it. And this time, yeah, we can also buy a second donut, in which case the moose will just randomly pick between the two of them. And then I replace the donut with mushroom. I guess mushroom does work on Porcupine. Haven't really seen anyone do it. But funnily enough, we get matched with someone going for the Oyster Infinite, and it's going to be a very easy win. But you can see what I mean here about the the hurt pause effect being completely unnecessary because we're one-shotting everything. And there we go. Triple Porcupine win in a random pack. Now I do have another clip here. I had 2 games after this, although I can only find one of the recordings, where I was in a great position to go for the full team of moose. And here I've got 4 of them, and I find the last one in the empty slot. And I'm just giving everything chili because I don't think there was Lollipop in this pack. There was actually another game where I had the full moose team and Lollipop was available as well. So we're almost up to 50 health on everything already. And then we faced this team, which looks good on the face of it because it's Stork plus 1-up, so the chili is going to get to trigger an awful lot of times. However, the final unit is going to survive on 1 HP. That was very disappointing. Maybe without Lollipop that was never going to happen anyway, but I would love to get a 5 of a kind in a random pack.